A woman tries to drown her child in water, but her maid sees her and secretly records a video. When the woman throws her son into the water, the maid quickly jumps in and saves him. She then informs the woman's husband. However, the woman quickly sits in her wheelchair and pretends to be disabled. She tells her husband that the maid is lying and that she would never harm her child. The husband believes her and sends the maid away. Later, the next day, the husband brings some money and tells his wife that he has saved it for her treatment. The woman looks at the money and says it's not enough for her to ever walk again. The husband says he will try to arrange more money and leaves. One day, a man comes to meet the woman. As she goes toward him, the maid sees her and starts following her. But the woman catches the maid and warns her to mind her own business. The maid leaves. Later, the woman goes home and secretly hides some money in the maid's clothes. Then she calls her husband and pretends that her money is missing. When her husband checks, he finds the money in the maid's clothes. Thinking that the maid stole it, he fires her from the job. A few days later, the maid meets the husband on the road and tells him that his wife is cheating on him. She asks him to come home with her, and she will prove it. The husband brings her home. When they reach, they see the woman sitting in her wheelchair. The maid notices some money lying on the floor. The woman, thinking no one is watching, gets up from the wheelchair and starts picking up the money one by one. Suddenly, her husband enters the room. Seeing him, the woman quickly stands up and says, "Look, I'm healed." But her husband replies, "You were always fine. You were just pretending." Then the maid shows him the video of his wife trying to drown their child. The husband gets angry and says they should call the police. The maid tells him that she has already called the police. As the woman tries to escape, the police arrive at the door and arrest her. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel.